Hi everyone, welcome back to Trees and Turtles. I'm a massive nerd. If you are not already subscribed, you will want to after hearing this video about why I love learning. Now, I wanted to make this video because I often advocate for learning and learning to love learning and embracing your natural curiosity, but how do you actually do that? So I wanted to make this video about how you actually do that, to kind of go into it in more detail. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. Here is how to love learning from a lifelong nerd. Alright, so number one is to remember that every kid has natural curiosity. So think back to your childhood. What did you love to learn as a kid? So for me, I went through a phase of being obsessed with construction and scaffolding when I was a toddler. I would be obsessed with looking at construction sites, and I like to watch the scaffolding going up on buildings, and I kind of attribute my love of architecture to this kind of early interest. And I don't even know where it came from. I think kids are just curious about everything, and I had kind of a hyperfixation on that for a while. The other thing that I used to be obsessed with was bugs. When I was about 6, I went through a phase of collecting bugs and searching out bugs, and I'd sit in the garden and watch snails for hours, or I'd be like, oh my god, it's a ladybird, you know? So these kinds of things. And that kind of started my whole love for nature. And now here I am, you know, I made it a degree, I've made it a career. Okay, so what did you like to learn as a kid? Every kid has natural curiosity. What did you like to learn? Can you get back into those interests? Because those things can actually be a really good indicator. Those early kind of markers for the development of your personality can be an indicator of what might bring you joy as an adult. So what did you like to learn as a kid? What were the things that naturally interested you, and what things did you naturally gravitate towards? Right, number two. What makes you excited to learn? Okay, so your interests might change as you grow up, but what makes you excited to learn right now? If you could choose anything to study, what would get you to study? Okay, what is something that you're super curious about, or what's something that you really want to be excellent at? Okay, so things that I've been learning this year include languages, include how to cook, because I was a terrible cook throughout university, and now I'm actually semi-decent. Okay, and ice skating. I get so much joy out of ice skating, and I've started to skate again. So what makes you excited to learn? So for me, it's, you know, making a nice meal for my friends, or getting out on the ice and just feeling the freedom of gliding across the ice. It really brings me a lot of joy. So what makes you excited to learn? Okay, what things would you work on just for the sheer love of them? That brings me to my next point, which is to learn things which are fun. Okay, the definition of fun will vary between people. So, you know, for me, learning languages, it's difficult, but the results are rewarding. Or, you know, learning to ice skate is incredibly fun. Learning maths for me was fun, because the beauty of maths is just, I'm going to rant about the beauty of maths, and that's going to be the entire video, so I need to stop, I need to move on. Anyway, learn things which are fun, and also you can try things in order to have fun, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be something super academic. It can be just something that brings you joy, okay? Just a hobby that makes you happy, okay? Learn things which are fun, because when you learn something which is fun, you associate that fun with the process of learning, and that makes you love learning all the more. Right, my next tip is to enjoy the process. Sometimes when we want to learn something, we are eager to get to the stage where we're an expert. We just want to be done, immediately. But that's not, it's not as productive, because you're wasting 95% of the time while you're still learning, kind of wishing that it was over. So don't do that. If you learn to love the process, and you learn to love the incremental progress that you're making, and to see your progress and development, don't think of yourself as inferior because you haven't learned it yet. You should admire yourself for trying to learn and improving. You know, even if you're not perfect, you're getting better every day. And, you know, some people don't ever stop to think about how they could learn something and how they can improve and be better. And you're doing that, already, and I'm so proud of you, because honestly, just the desire to learn and the desire to grow, and, you know, however bad you are at something to begin with, the idea that you're trying to get better is really great, and you should be proud of yourself, because I am really proud of you. Look for cool facts. I love a cool fact, okay? I love to watch documentaries, and, you know, nature documentaries. Blue Planet 2, I loved so much. That was, actually, I watched that during my A-levels, but Blue Planet 2 I loved so much, and I just love cool facts, okay? If someone is like, do you want to know a cool fact? I'll be like, absolutely, and do you have another one? Like, I love a cool fact, okay? If you are watching this, then please drop your cool facts in the comments, because I will read all of them, okay? Like, I love a cool fact. I don't care what it's about. It could be about any field. It could be about like literature, maths, physics. It could be about geology. It could be about chemistry. It could be about, I don't know, history. It could be about literally anything. Like, if it's a cool fact, I want to hear it. Do you want to hear a cool fact? 2025 is going to be the first square year since 1936, and the next square year after 25 will be 2116. Do you want to know why? Because 1936 is 44 squared, 2025 is 45 squared, and 2116 is 26 squared, and that is a cool fact, okay? So drop your cool facts in the comments, I want to hear them. Look for cool facts. I love learning. All right, enjoy excellence and proficiency. There is no better feeling than when you become proficient at something, okay? So when you become proficient at something and it just feels easy, okay? I remember the first time that I was learning calculus, and it was so difficult to begin with, but then suddenly it just clicked and I was like, I can integrate, I can differentiate, I can find the area under this graph, it's so cool, I could solve all sorts of problems using just this one set of rules, and I was practiced at it, and I just absolutely reveled in that excellence and reveled in that proficiency. Being good at something is one of the best feelings in the world, okay? So once you get to a point where you're excellent at something, where you're proficient at it, just enjoy that as much as possible, because it's just such a good feeling. And again, the first time I learned how to do a spin when I was ice skating, the first time I learned how to do a figure eight, like, I can do figure eights now and it's amazing. Like, I enjoy it so much, and every time I skate I'll do like at least like 5 or 10 minutes of figure eights just because I enjoy it, okay? And it feels nice to be good at that. All right, so make sure that, when you get to a point where you're excellent at something, or at least sort of decently good, make sure you enjoy that, okay? Enjoy having that skill. Use the skill. It's so fun to use a skill that you've learned. All right, and finally, this one's a life hack. Find talented people that you admire and emulate them, okay? So find talented people that you admire. I'm a huge advocate for finding role models. These could be like people you know in real life. They could be people that you see like online. Like, I have a lot of role models on YouTube that I massively admire, like channels that I admire and that I've been watching for years, okay? So find talented people that you admire, and with the internet, it's never been easier. So find talented people that you admire who have the skills that you want to learn and emulate them, okay? Learn from them, and yeah, you will be inspired, okay? So that is how to love learning from someone who is a massive nerd. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram. I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye!